Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6 with me, FalseSymmetry. Today we are, oh my goodness, I thought that was a three-way, it wasn't, I couldn't get through there. Oh, I look like some little tunnel. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Anyway, today I am super duper excited to record. What is happening today? What? Dude! Okay, usually I would like restart, but stuff that, I'm not restarting today, we're just going with the flow. How did I end up in one like singular hole in the floor with that jump? Like where? I don't even know. Anyway, today I was heading over towards Sahara because I know that the comments are going to be filled with false, you were in the queue, false, you haven't bought anything from Sahara yet. Well, apparently I believe whilst I'm recording today, this isn't quite ready to go. If you saw that video on the, I guess, starting up the opening of Sahara beta, then things didn't go quite to plan. So what I'm going to do is, I guess, camp out in my little tent for a while. My cow friend's here. My other friends have left me, which is sad. But yes, so I'm going to stay here until it's open, and when it's open, I will indeed, of course, be purchasing some stuff. I'm not sure exactly what they have for sale right now. Sand, I'm assuming, which I will totally take for instance, because, I mean, who doesn't need glass? Like, and sand? I always need glass and sand. They're things I totally need. So, I thought I would mention that at the beginning of today's episode, because there's definitely going to be a load of you guys being like, false! Hashtag shop at Sahara, it's okay, I know what's going on, we do not need that kind of spam. But thank you, anyway, for the heads up. So, today we're actually heading back towards our base, because I really want to expand this place. Now, I know what you're thinking, expand it, false, it's taking up a lot of area already. Yes, it is, but it looks kind of sad over here. And as you can see, I've been sort of gathering some leaves and some saplings over here, so hopefully we can get some couple saplings from this. The chances are pretty low, but I'm hoping we get at least one sapling there. We do have Mr. ConCorp's, or Mr. ConCorp's, Mr. Cubfan's llama spy or friend, or whatever we want to call them over here. But I do think we want to transform this area into a little bit of a sort of middle section. So what ConCorp have over here is sort of a bit of a forest going on, right? There's a little bit of some trees, there's a little bit of some sort of nature, some bamboo, and that looks cool to sort of separate the two areas and the two districts. But what I'm thinking is we should get something quite large, but something quite sort of easy to make. I mean, the pure scale of it's going to take a long while, but hopefully it should be pretty impressive. Now, there's one thing in my town that it's missing. Not only is it missing houses, which I'm not too worried too much about that, because I can always make living quarters within that or in hobbit holes in the forest, but I am thinking we need some farmland. And I think that that would look super awesome. Now, I know how boring that sounds, but I have a plan to hopefully make it look pretty sweet. So I think what I'm going to do first is grab some blocks. We're going to finish off this path, get it going to at least over there, and once I've done that, we will start planning out our farm. We're probably going to have one this side, and maybe if there's room and time today, we'll add one over here as well, just to sort of balance it all out. Just finishing up making the road, and look what we got in our town again! Hi guys, how's it going? Didn't go well for you guys last time, so I'm not sure why you're back here again. Although I think the one with the axe, wasn't a big fan. No, mate. Oh, okay, we're fighting on the rail tracks. We're fighting on the rail tracks! No, I don't want to kill you, because you're the one that's going to give me bad omens or something, right? Ah! Oh my goodness. Is he going to follow me down here? I don't know. Oh, wait. I don't have any arrows. I thought you'd drop it with arrows. You don't. I'm really sad. Oh, wait. Oh, you gave me an enchanted one, though. Dude, sweet. I'll take that. What has it got on it? Piercing? Nice. If I only had some arrows. Are there any arrows in here? That'd be quite sweet. There aren't, are there? No. Right, let's finish up this guy who was waiting up here for me. Hi. And then one hit kill. And we'll leave this banner guy here. Oh, it's not only him. It's this guy as well. One moment. Right, we get. Oh no. Wait, does he keep spawning them? Maybe he does. That'd be cool, actually. That would be a farm, wouldn't it? If he kept spawning friends, but I don't think he does. He can stay there, Mr. Banner Guy. Even though I would quite like the banner. Oh, it's emeralds. No, it's fine. Don't need those. Anyway, I'm getting distracted yet again today, guys. Oh my goodness. Cannot stay on point today. Keep falling down holes. Keep, like, banging into things. Keep finding random creatures that I need to kill. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is for a little bit, I am going to mark out where I want this to go. So I want this farm to basically go all the way along here. And then about here, I want it to sort of curve. I want it to sort of go like this. Okay, I want it to curve around. I want it to be like very natural to the shape of the earth, I guess, sort of thing. Just like around here, around here, around here, and then to sort of like meet up with like this maybe. We'll have like a little bit of a smaller area this side, and I think just continue around the path. I think that's going to be my plan there. And then I think we're going to have to put some sort of like... So I'm trying to make this as realistic as possible, right, this farmland. I'm going off of sort of British farmland, where they may have walls, stopping people from getting onto the farmland, but they also sometimes have like big tall like bushes. So I'm thinking leaves all along here, and then perhaps a wall like behind the leaves. So let's quickly look at that from the air. That looks pretty good. It looks like some sort of steak or something. We can make it look a bit more natural. And then I think what we're going to do is try and split this up as well. So I think if we split it up, we need to split it up on these like bits here perhaps. Actually, or maybe not. Because part of the fact that this is going to look realistic is because it's going to be on various levels. I'm not going to flatten this area out, which is quite a thing that we do. Everyone just like has flat farmland, which I guess is practical, right? Then we're gonna have to go along this one here. So let's go along here, follow the sort of curve of this to there, and then I guess we're gonna make a wall maybe like here as well. Okay, so we'll go up here and we'll go along and just sort of keep like that curve. So let's quickly have a look at that from the sky as well. And I'm thinking that's 3 separate farms, one up here, one here, and then one sort of smaller but longer one there. And then, of course, if that works, we can have one over here as well. Now, I'm thinking wheat, for sure. And I've also been thinking about flowers. I've seen rose bushes being used. And I think that could look quite cool. But anyway, what I'm going to do is make a bit of a wall. I'm just going to go along, literally, along the same path that we've just been doing. I'm going to go along with cobblestone wall blocks like this. And also, I'm probably going to go along with cobblestone slabs as well. Just so we can get that sort of like layered effect, right? I want it to sort of look like this, you know? I want it to feel like super like wild and just kind of crazy. And then we'll add the leaves around it. So I guess let's roll a small time lapse of me doing the walls, and I'll show you guys what I'm trying to do. Also, why looking this way am I in the shade? That's really weird. Got light? A lot of light. No light. What is that? Am I being abducted by aliens or something? Is there a big shadow? Like, hello? What is going on today? I have no idea. It's a weird day. So I'm not massively into this time lapse. It was a little bit boring, so I thought I would just speak over it and make it super quick. But basically, I made the cobblestone wall, tried to make it look as natural as possible, accidentally left my chat on, my bad, and then added the leaves around it, which I think definitely give it that extra boost. And I think it looks pretty natural to what I was expecting, which is a 2 tall little area, which, I mean, there are little gaps where you can sort of see over, but I really wanted it to sort of be blocked from the path so that when you're walking along, you can sort of climb over into the farmland, but, you know, you're not really meant to get to it. We can even add like a bit of a gate somewhere. I'm not sure where. We could definitely maybe, wherever we put, I guess, a farmhouse or something, we should clear out a little space, like here or down, probably, actually I don't know where. Maybe over there, maybe over here would work. Perhaps the other side of this path, which is another thing I made just off camera. I thought it just would look cool having a path to the tag building. We'll make a little doorway at some point. Just connects it all up, you know, connects the whole server up, which I think is really nice, especially when you're on foot. And also in the air, you know, you can see my area and you can go, oh, that's where you go to that, that's where the path that leads to that. I really like that. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But yes, I think we could definitely have a farmhouse over here, maybe a gate this side, or on this path or so. I don't really know. Maybe even over here. Or this building that's going to go here. I have no idea what this is going to be yet, but I've laid out this big sort of area. Not really sure what it's going to be. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. So, next task for this is probably, again, quite a boring thing, but it is a necessary thing. I should have probably bought a load more water for this, because I think it's going to probably take us a long while to do. But that is adding water. So I think this one and this one are going to be wheat or seeds of some kind, which are going to need water. Now this middle one, I'm thinking it could be what I said it could be, which is the rose bushes, which of course don't need farmland. So I'm thinking what we just do is just add all these like little water areas and all over this one, all over that one, and then we just plant up the area, I guess. I bought my hoe somewhere. Where's the hoe at? There it is. Yeah, so we can just hoe that land, it'll all be fertilized and awesome, and then we can just start planting it up, and then I guess I probably am going to have to go make some lunch. So I think what I'll do is I'll plant it all up and then come back after lunch and show you guys, because I don't think it's going to look too special just like this. Although actually, let me just do a little bit of that. Let's fly up to see how that's gonna... That looks really cool, actually. I like that. But the problem is it's not got the really, really bright wheat, which is obviously now a thing. I'm a bit worried that the texture's not going to work as well as the old texture, but I don't know, fingers crossed. Let me get on with this, go have some lunch, and I'll come back and show you guys how it's looking. So, whilst the wheat was growing, I was busy working on building a tree and thinking a little bit about the area as a whole and figuring out what it was I wanted to add around the area. So as you can see here, I'm sort of just placing these leaves down, these branches down on this tree here, and this is slap bang right in the centre of this area here. So originally we had wheat and then a gap and then the wheat, which I think looks really, really good. Now, I was thinking of course, adding the rose bushes in the middle section. But I'm thinking that the bright yellow of the wheat that we now have, because it's pretty bright and pretty solid in colour, it's not got much gradient going on. It's not sort of like, you know, the greeny yellow gradient that it had previously. I'm thinking that the red is going to clash quite a lot and become quite different than what we have over there. And I want it to... I mean, we might have a purple roofed building over here to bring it all together, and of course we have the paths and we'll have the tree, but linking it all together and having the colours change drastically over here would be a little bit too much, seeing as though we've got such a solid and confined, I guess, colour scheme going on. So I need to be very, very careful with that kind of thing, I think. So I think what I'm going to do is just see how this tree goes first. And then I'm going to try the rose bushes and see if they work. If they do, great. If they don't, that's fine too. And we'll have that perhaps be wheat as well. Or even perhaps carrots or something else, because those, of course, have a green, an orange tinge to them, or green and white, or whatever colour they are, potatoes, I don't know. Whatever those things are, beetroots perhaps, anything like another crop, basically. So I'm keeping that in mind, and I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm also trying to make sure this is all spawn-proof, as my other trees are as well, because otherwise you're going to have things falling on you, which I literally did at one point. I had a creeper fall out of one of these trees onto my head, and yeah, wouldn't recommend it. Okay, area is complete. I finished the tree, and it looks really sweet. Like, from here, this view is pretty spectacular. Like, look at that. Is that not beautiful? I think that's beautiful. It reminds me of the English countryside. That's what we're building here. It's really weird that we're building that in the fantasy area, but it's all fantasy, guys. The English countryside isn't real. No, I mean, it very much is. Not so much near where I am, but not to the extent that I would like, anyway. But it's definitely there. So I've got rose bushes. Now, I've grown a whole bunch of these, and I'm thinking... We can maybe mix that with some grass, like some long grass. So maybe what we do is we get some long grass first. We just put some long grass in here, and then perhaps in between all of that, we will sort of just spam, I guess, the roses. Now, we're not going to need light in this area at all. This whole farm area is going to be really dark, but I feel like that's a good thing because it makes it a lot more realistic. You know, no one has lights in the middle of a farm or anything, right? So It makes a lot more sense. So we've got a few of these now placed down, and I think that's probably more than enough. That will do, I think. And then I guess I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna straight up just spam these absolutely everywhere like this, like properly like everywhere. Like I want to fill the whole area up. This is so against my better judgment as a Minecraft player. I've never ever. Actually, I've just thought I need to be careful with the grass. I'm definitely going to accidentally place it in the same block. And I think it will remove it, won't it? So I need to be careful, actually, putting those there first. But yeah, I think this just, yeah, it definitely goes against my, like, better judgment of, like, spamming flowers everywhere. But I think it could have a good effect. We will see. We will see. That is for sure. We're definitely experimenting today. And also what's nice about these is that they are going to hopefully bring out the red of the red mushrooms that we're going to have in this area. Well, in the whole fantasy area, once I actually start work on finishing up the, or start finishing up the actual forest. All I've got is the big giant trees so far, so need to add some of the smaller ones. But anyway, there we go. That should be it. That's quite intense. Let's have a look at how that... Dude, that looks so sweet. Oh my goodness, that looks so sweet. Does that not look really, like, sweet? Is it just me? I think I like this, like, a lot. Like, I think I like it a lot. Dude, it looks like a proper, like, flower garden. Why have I never done this before in my life? This is so sweet. Right, let's have a look. I mean, yes, it's going to be bright red compared to the purple, but... Oh, dude, I just want to run through these fields and just... Ah, it's so nice. We can have a little swing on that branch. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm in love with the build. I think it is so adorable. It is so adorable. Is it not? I think it's pretty adorable. So yeah, that is that. I mean, you're not really going to be able to see it, sadly, from the path, but I think what we'll do is I've started thinking about adding a possible way down here. I really just like the idea that it's sort of got, like, an extra sort of little staircase. I've got loads of little walkways everywhere. So we've, of course, added this one to there, but I've also got lots of little ones like this over here that just go underneath. And they just sort of, like... super basic places that you can just, you know, if it's dark outside and you know, it's a bit too dark up there, you can get places just by coming under here. Now, of course, it's not completely finished. In fact, I thought I actually finished this bit, but my bad, obviously not. But, like, this is going to come out where we're going to have the little miniature boats when we actually build them, which literally has been so long. But yeah, I think it's just so sweet. Little pathways like that. So I think I'm going to add that. And then we might think about adding another... That lag was bad. Another little garden area perhaps here. Maybe just flowers. I'm not really sure. I think I'll think about it while I'm doing the staircase. And then we'll try it out perhaps. Maybe experiment some more today. Okay, so I have a new plan. And the plan is that what we're going to do is... We're finished here pretty much. Everything is, like, done. But... You know that little underground path we've got there? I'm thinking, what if we make an underwater path? Because I was thinking, I don't think this is going to, like, meet up with anything that we've already got, right? I guess it could. It could go left into the tunnels we already have. But how much cooler would it be if it, like, went? This is, like, the centre here. It's going to go underneath our pirate ship when we build it. I say pirate ship, I mean our fantasy ship that will be on the water there at some point. I am working on that. I've got a very, very small amount of the design done now, but I am actually happy with for once. I've literally tried to build that thing 5 times, and I scrap it every time, literally, which is the worst thing possible. But ships are super, super difficult to make, and I want it to feel like fantasy. Anyway, yeah, so this is going to be the block, and we could go, we could just go straight here. But then where's it going to end up? We could sort of go into this. Like, no one's claimed this. I mean, I've claimed that one, and I need to build something on that at some point. But, like, this one's just chilling here. What could we do with this? I think I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If we even do anything to it at all. I want to do... You know, actually, give me the ideas for this one. This one I want there to be trees. So I do want to build one of these big trees on it, plus a couple small trees and a mushroom. but then there's going to be room for perhaps like a little cottage or something, and I don't know what, a little campsite. Like, what do I put on here? Because it's a really great viewpoint of this place. But yeah, I don't know. I need some ideas because I can't think of what I need to do. Oh, I also should actually make a telescope at some point. Another day we'll do on the interior of that. Right, let's actually work on this underwater tunnel, and I think I'm gonna make it. I think clear glass. Yeah, the same glasses I used here because it's gonna look the best. Well, I have run out of time for today recording, but we've sort of started this tunnel, and I've decided that I'm going to make it exactly the same as this. We're going to have the hoops as well. We of course won't have the rails, we won't have anything inside there. The coloured glass that Rendog added, we're not going to add that or anything else in there. We are going to keep this design though, which of course I haven't really quite done. I've started the project but I haven't finished it. Can I fly? There we go. But yeah, I'm super excited about today's episode. It went really, really well, even though I feel like we haven't got a lot done. We've covered a lot of area, and we've done one of these big trees, which take a long while themselves. But it does feel like a little bit of a letdown episode, so I'm sorry about that if you guys didn't enjoy it today. I have enjoyed it though. I've been really, really enjoying working on something completely different that I've never ever done before. I'm up for your suggestions though. Anything else like this that can definitely fit in with the fantasy area, I'm up for suggestions for. So get down to the comment section, let me know what you think, and I will go through that at the end of today's video. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode. See ya!
When Stanley approached the end of the video, he clicked the subscribe button.